I feel like it's something that not many people talk about, and I'm going to get into my situation and how everything happened and how everything went down. And I just feel like when people say miscarriage, you know, ultimately they think like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like on the ultrasound, pretty much there was nothing there. I have had a miscarriage. Probably had was a chemical pregnancy. What's going on, everybody? It's like 9:30, I think, something like that. I just went to the store to get another not another one. I haven't bought a pregnancy I haven't bought a pregnancy test since like a couple weeks ago when with my miscarriage. And I haven't got my period yet. And I was reading and they were saying after some miscarriages, like it takes about like 5 to 6 weeks, sometimes even 2 to 3 months. But mine wasn't so bad. Mine wasn't like severe. It was like really quick. So I figured maybe 6 weeks. This is the 5th week. Greg was like, we'll just wait till after our vacation and then take one. But I want to take one now just so I know, like if I go and I want to drink and have a good time, I'll be okay. So I'm going to take one and yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I just peed on it, but I don't want to look at it just yet. Now, I was reading yesterday that depending on how bad your miscarriage was, it can take about, like I said, 6 weeks or 2 to 3 months. Mine wasn't too bad, so we figured like, oh, 6 weeks. But then I also was reading that depending on how bad your miscarriage was, you can possibly get pregnant 2 weeks after you ended your miscarriage or whatever. So that was like, so pretty much since, what was that? When I stopped bleeding last time was May 13th. So pretty much since then we've been like flying blind when it comes to like, we don't use protection anyway. I've never been on birth control, so that's never been an issue. It's just been like a waiting game, and I know it's hard and it sucks. And I was talking to Greg today and I'm like, man, he's like, well, just wait till next week. And I was like, I want to wait. But then also too, like I said, I want to take one and make sure. So if I do want to have fun, I'm not going to be like worried about anything. And then also too, I don't know if the pregnancy hormones go back to normal, how long they take to go down after you have a miscarriage. So I don't know if they, I mean, like when I went in for my second ultrasound, when he showed everything, like whenever you have a baby, your uterus is there, but there's like a sac in it. Mine didn't have one anymore. It was like just a straight flat line, and he said everything was okay. So I don't know how long the pregnancy hormone stays in your body for afterwards. I don't think it's that long. I forgot to read up on that, but so I haven't looked at it. It's right here. So I'm gonna take a look. Oh my God. Okay. This line is clear as, can y'all see that? I'm gonna flip you guys around really quick. This makes me like kind of nervous, and like, I don't know, like I want to go see my OB, but that's like, do I really want to spend like all this money again on going to the doctors just to tell them like, I don't know, look, I'll show you guys. Okay, you guys see that, right? Look at how dark this line is. The other one, I'll put it back here. The other one is like really faint. Like, look, okay, the not pregnant one is really faint, but that line is dark as hell. Like, so I'm gonna send this to Greg and figure out what to do next, because like, I don't know, because all my previous ones were all light, but this is like like really dark. So I don't know. I'm gonna text this to him and see what he says. Hopefully he's still awake. So as you guys can tell by the title, yes, I am pregnant. Whether or not I have shared it on my social medias or not, by the time I post this video, I'm pretty sure I've already posted it. Yeah, so this will be a little bit in the future. So what I want to talk today to you guys about is what's been going on lately. Now this will be my second pregnancy, well, third, I guess you can say, compared to last month. As you guys saw from the last video I posted, I had an early miscarriage. That miscarriage was I was only pregnant for about 2-3 weeks, possibly. Don't really know the time frame, but we think it was that long. Everything was okay. Come to find out, I didn't know that you can get pregnant pretty quickly after. I didn't know you can get pregnant pretty quickly after a miscarriage, and didn't know I should have taken like a pregnancy test saying like, making sure that it was negative. We kind of just didn't think about it because it was like everything was happening all at once. So, and then we had Elena's birthday, so it was just all these things. But anyway, so that was what, May 9th is when I lost the baby. And then I stopped bleeding around like the 13th, 14th, I think. So fast forward a month, literally, we were going on a coast trip with a couple friends, and it was the weekend of Father's Day. So I was telling Greg, and I was like, maybe I should take one. I'm feeling okay. I'm not feeling sick. I don't have any symptoms, but I hadn't gotten my period yet, and had been like way past the point of, okay, like I should have already gotten some kind of period, but I hadn't yet. And so Greg's like, we'll just wait till after the trip. We left on a Saturday. No, we left on a Sunday, and then we were gonna come back on Wednesday. Well, I ended up taking one on that like Friday or Saturday, and I didn't listen. And sure enough, that pregnancy test came up super positive. I'm not sure if I have a video or a picture of what happened. I'll probably insert a picture somewhere for you guys to see it. But that line was really blue. And the first person I called was my sister, because I was kind of freaking out, and I was like, I didn't want to get my hopes up, because obviously what happened last month was like slightly traumatizing, and you're like constantly worried that something's gonna happen. So I, waited a couple days, and we went to the coast. We didn't do any drinking. I probably had like one drink because I just wasn't really sure. But I only drank like one drink that whole entire weekend, and I didn't do anything else after that. But then I called my doctor's office that Friday. And I was like, hey, I got a positive pregnancy test. They were like, well, come in. Your doctor wants you to do blood works to test out your HCG levels first before you do an ultrasound. Well, I couldn't do it Saturday, or they wanted me to go Friday. No, I lied. I took the test on Wednesday, because I called them that Thursday, and they wanted me to go in that Thursday, and then they wanted me to go back in on Saturday. I don't know, like my days are like, pregnancy brain has hit like full force. Anyway, I couldn't go to the doctors to do a second round of blood work because we were on vacation. I was on a Monday, I think. Anyway, so they were like, well, just do it when you get back. So I did it when I got back. I went on a Thursday, and then I took the test, and I took another blood test on a Saturday. Come like Tuesday, I called them to see if they had got my blood work and my test results back, and my doctor said that my HCG levels were rising at a good rate, and actually 10 times more than what they were last month with my miscarriage, which, you know, which he wanted to see. So they were like, well, when is your 6-week mark? And I was like, well, I kind of don't know because I never got a period. So they're like, well, if you had to guesstimate like what your 6 weeks would be, we'll do it that way. So I had my annual PAP already scheduled for July 10th. So I asked them, can we just book it that same day? So July 10th was a couple days ago, and Greg was here with me, which, you know, I don't ever like to go to doctor's appointments for pregnancy without him, just because it's easier to have him there with me, and I want him to be there for me and experience everything. And of course, Elena was with us. So of course we did the annual first. We get there. My doctor actually was doing an emergency C-section, so we had to wait for him. But we go through the whole appointment. Now they had to do the probe where they like stick it, where they stick the ultrasound up your vagina pretty much. Because between like 6 and 8 weeks, they have to do it that way because they can't see it on the full ultrasound like your normal ultrasound. They have to do it the other way. So I had to do it that way. And so he measured a couple times to make sure to see how big the baby was to determine how many weeks I was. So come to find out that we are actually 8 weeks and a couple days, 8 weeks, 4 days, 8 weeks, 2 days. See if you guys can see, there's a little peanut growing in there, which there's only one. We weren't sure. We were kind of like, you know, one is good for right now. Twins we would kind of be like, ugh, but one we're just so happy with. He actually said if you would have, and I was, mind you, like I've been worried ever since I took that test, and I'm gonna tell you why. Before the appointment, so I found out before Father's Day, I was okay. I'd gone to see my chiropractor to get adjusted about 2 weeks ago, or 2.5 weeks, something like that. And that same day or that night, I had some spotting, and obviously, as you guys, you know, with the eye, started to kind of freak out and get worried. And it only happened for a few days, well, like a day or two, and then it went away. But I was kind of worried that it, you know, I was like, if it continues, I'm gonna call the doctor. And of course, I'm trying not to worry. I'm trying not to freak out. I'm trying to stay optimistic. And then last week or week and a half ago, this might be a little TMI, but there was this like if you guys have ever been pregnant and lost your mucus plug, it's like that egg white kind of texture consistency. Mine was like that, but it was like this really light pink. And a couple days prior to that, when I would go to use a restroom, I had these like little pink tissues, like little specks after I went to the restroom. And it was the same that I had previously with my miscarriage, so I really was freaking out. But that went away, and then I had this like mucus, and then that only lasted for like a day, and then that went away too. But of course, I'm just like sitting there trying not to freak out and call my doctor, and I was waiting it out to make sure like it wasn't continuing, and it didn't. It only like I said, only lasted for a day or two. But like anybody else, you freak out because going through something like that can, you know, you're always worrisome. And my doctor even said the same thing. So when we went in there, we were just so happy to see the baby was there. We actually got to hear the heartbeat, which was nice. So he's like, you actually could have came 2 weeks ago and you could have saved yourself all this worry, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So I have an appointment in 2 weeks to go back for another ultrasound to make sure that everything is okay with the baby, because he wants to make sure after everything what happened last month. So we are just beyond excited. We are just happy and thankful that the baby is okay. We're hoping that the baby is healthy. So yeah, we're just super excited. Okay guys, what is going on? I'm just coming on here because I know I haven't updated you guys. Well, it's been 2 weeks. So the last time I filmed, it was for my, like, I wouldn't say first part of the pregnancy, but anyway, so today we had gone to the doctor for another ultrasound to make sure that everything was okay with baby. He wanted to, my OB wanted to measure the baby again to make sure that the gestation of the baby is on track and we had like a clear idea of how big the baby is. So last time I updated you guys, I think the baby was 8 weeks and 4 days. Today he measured and it was measuring 10 weeks and 4 days. So the baby is 10 weeks and 4 days. Today, as I'm talking to you guys, when you guys see this, I'll probably be like 11, 12 weeks. So I plan on telling my family on Sunday. Greg won't be here with me, but I'll be there. So we just took pictures yesterday of how we're gonna tell everybody, and by the time you guys probably see this video, you'll already see that picture if you follow me on Instagram. That's where I'll be posting it on Sunday. Got blood work done today. It starts my routine blood work, which I don't mind. You just get used to it. Every 4 weeks you get your blood drawn. So go back in 2 weeks for the NT scan and for the genetic testing. And then we go back in 4 weeks to our OB for our normal like 4-week checkup. So I'm close to ending, well no, I think I'm in the 3rd month of my first trimester. I always forget when it starts. I know it ends like 14 weeks, I think. So I'm like close to the end, but at the very beginning. So just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on what's been going on. I haven't been doing bump pictures just because it doesn't really look like a bump like it did before. It just kind of looks like that mom pooch or like that weird awkward pregnancy belly kind of thing. So I probably won't be taking any until I hit like 20 weeks. With her I took them from, because I knew at like 4 weeks. This one I think I knew the same time, I just didn't know. So I think with this one I'll probably start taking bump pictures like around whenever I start really seeing a bump. So yeah. But if you guys have any questions or concerns about pregnancy, or if you guys just have, like I said, if you guys have any questions, this is my second one. It's still new to me, obviously, you know, but every pregnancy is different. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Comment down below. I will be more than likely to answer them as the best of my abilities. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this might be like not a 2-part one, but I might just combine this video into the first half for you guys. Just gonna combine it all together. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Why does it say best sister? Kathy, oh, are you pregnant? Girl. I notice t-shirts now with this one because she's all about you. Congratulations.